Welcome to Tim's Game Chaos. This is Farming Simulator 25, with no plan and a 100,000 euro goal. Last episode, we took the next big step toward making real money here in Zielonka by building our very first firewood business. Instead of selling raw logs, we bought a firewood plant and started processing trees into actual products to hopefully make more profit. We cleaned up part of the farm, kept cutting trees, discovered that shovels are somehow harder to use than tractors in Farming Simulator 25, and slowly started turning this abandoned place into a real working farm. The money is still tight, but for the first time, it finally feels like we might have a real business growing here. The plant has produced its very first pallet of firewood. Let's grab the tractor and see how much money this pallet is worth. Because, let's be honest, having 599 euros in the bank really isn't much of a financial empire yet. Let's see if this old lady can handle the weight of this load. I don't even think I can lift this load myself. Yeah, this is definitely too heavy for me. Ugh. Let's head to the store and see if they have a solution for my lifting problem. Because at this rate, my back is going to quit before the tractor does. Huh.
I rolled out with the field still damp, boots on the floor in a full gas tank. Fence post passed like a slow back deep, and the tires hung low under me. The paper boots on a muddy day, paid up the bills and I drove away. One more mile, one more win, little by little I'm cashing in. And the pines lean in like they know my name. The sky goes gold when I clear that gray. Dust on the dash, sun on my face. Keep rolling on at a steady pace. Dust on the dash.
Okay, where I come from, that definitely counts as a stop line.
Stay can change my place. Hay in the bed and a dented door. Same old truck, but I asked for more. Mile by mile I learned that sound of a hard day settling down.
Alright, here's the store. Let's see what they've got for us. Forklift section. Ooh, the Lizard manual forklift actually looks like a pretty good option. And at only 200 euros, it fits perfectly within our very professional business budget. Honestly, I do like the red version more though. But is it really worth the extra 20 euros? Yeah, absolutely. Red it is. Perfect. And there goes 220 euros from the bank account. Let's take a look at this beauty and see if we can actually get it onto the trailer. Because knowing my luck, buying it was the easy part. Yeah, of course a manual forklift has an engine. Alright, let's see if I can somehow get you onto the trailer. Nope. Nope. Maybe if I lift the forks up, slide them under the trailer, and then lift the entire forklift itself? Okay, this actually seems to be working. All right, straps on, and let's get driving. No, this doesn't feel right at all. Maybe it'll be better once we're on the road. Oh, that sound. Yeah, this definitely can't be good for the equipment. All right, I'm going to unstrap it and try again. Great. Now it doesn't want to come off the trailer anymore. I think our only option now is to reset the forklift. All right, let's try this one more time. Same strategy as before. Forks up, slide underneath, and then somehow try to lift the forklift itself onto the trailer. Honestly, if this works this time, I'm calling myself an engineering genius. Okay, this already looks a lot better than last time. Let's not lift it all the way up this time. I think this is high enough already. All right, straps tightened, and let's get moving before something breaks. I think I need to lift it a little higher. Right now, it's not actually attached to the trailer. Let's move it forward a little for a better position. And up we go. All right, straps on. Now, let's see if we can finally drive without turning this forklift into a roadside accident. Okay, this is somehow even worse than the last attempt, I swear. Transporting this forklift is turning into the hardest challenge of the entire series. I looked it up online, and apparently what I actually need are ramps to get this forklift onto the trailer properly. The only small problem is, they cost 500 euros for a pair, and with only 379 euros in the bank, yeah, that's definitely not happening right now. Let's head back home and see if we still have some logs left to sell. Hopefully enough to finally buy those ramps, because right now, transporting this forklift feels more dangerous than running the chainsaw. Let's check the firewood plant first. I think it's completely full by now, which means we can probably use the logs from the unloading area instead. Yep, see? Filled right to the top. Let's grab these logs first, and I'm pretty sure there are still some cut trees near the shed that we can slice into smaller, carryable pieces.
Boots in the mud, first light on the hill. My hands know the grain, my back knows the chill. Coffee in a thermos, rope on the trunk. We lean into the day, quiet and strong. Chains on the saw and a clean-cut line. Fresh pine smell hanging in the morning time. Stack by stack, I lay it down right. Sweat on my shirt, but it feels alright. And the woods go on, past the bend, past the bend. One more load, then we do it again. Pinewood payday, Pinewood payday. Work all day, come home easy.
Oh, that's not good. We lost a log. Let's pick it up quickly before someone crashes into it. All right, back on the trailer you go. Hoppa! Okay, quickly back on the tractor. Straps off, straps on. Oh, come on, now another one is loose? Let's fix that one properly too before we lose it again 1 meter down the road. All right, same strap trick one more time. Hopefully this time everything actually stays in place. Come on, we're almost there.
One more load, then we do it again. Pinewood payday, Pinewood payday. Work all day, come home easy. Pinewood payday, Pinewood payday. Strong hands, soft soul. Let it be, hey, let it be. Pinewood payday.
biomass heating plant. Here we are again with another beautiful load of wood. Hopefully you guys have enough money lying around, because I seriously need some cash right now. All right, let's see what this load gives us. 1,562 euros. Okay, wow, that's actually enough to finally buy those ramps. All right, straight to the store we go. And let's see if these ramps are actually the solution to our forklift problems. Miscellaneous section. Lizard cargo ramps. I really hope this is a pair of ramps, because if it's only one, that's going to be a pretty painful hit to our bank account. Yeah, I'm only seeing one ramp here, I think. Yep, just one. Well, that means we're going back to the store and spending another 500 euros. Pain. Let's first see how this thing actually works before I spend another 500 euros on a second one, because knowing me, I'll probably place it backwards. Okay, so far so good. Let's buy the second ramp and see if we can finally get this forklift onto the trailer properly. I come to this store so often now, they probably know me by name. Hey, Cheap Charlie? I need another ramp. Honestly, I really thought they came as a pair, but yeah, that deal was probably too good to be true. And there goes another 500 euros straight down the drain. These ramps better be worth the money. All right, let's quickly grab the second one and throw it onto the trailer. Oh, yeah, that's backwards. Let me turn it around first. And there it goes. All right, now let's grab the forklift. This thing is heavy. Hopefully these ramps actually work. Let me line them up properly first so the wheels fit on them. Okay, this should be good enough. Up you go! Oh no, this is not how this was supposed to go. Why are you falling off now? And of course, they landed upside down too. Great. Now I have to do the whole thing all over again. Come on, work with me here. Turn around already, you stubborn thing. Fine then. We'll just try it this way instead. All right, you go over there. And you go back here. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully this time, it actually works. Maybe I should try it the other way around instead. I mean, with enough speed, this will probably work. But maybe I should try doing it carefully for once and attempt to keep everything in one piece. Oh, that definitely did not work. Wait, hold on. Yes, this is working. Just a little more. Nope, this still isn't working. I'm going to have to approach this completely differently. All right, after about 17 minutes of struggling, failed attempts, falling ramps, and questioning my life choices, I finally got the forklift onto the trailer. Honestly, with the amount of time I spent trying to load this thing, I probably could have pushed the forklift all the way home by hand already. I'm not even going to show all the failed attempts because half of it looked like a construction accident. But hey, it's on there now, and somehow nothing exploded. All right, let's throw the ramps onto the trailer as well, and then we can finally head home. All of this just to lift a pallet of firewood onto the trailer. This firewood better be worth it after everything we've been through today. It's strapped down. I'm calling that a success. All right, here we go. I'll see you guys back at home. Home sweet home. Now, let's see if unloading goes any better than loading. Oh wow, look at that. Loading the forklift took so long that the plant already produced a second pallet. Do we sell it immediately? Or do we wait for the perfect moment when the price is at its highest? Let's leave the ramps off to the side for now. Honestly, they fit pretty nicely here. Alright, that's the first ramp done. Although, maybe we should actually use them to get the forklift off the trailer first. I really don't want it tipping over again and having to reset it, only to drive all the way back to the shop once more. Alright, that's the first one. Now let's grab the second one and hook it onto the back of the trailer. Alright, let me flip it around real quick. Alright, now let's carefully try to get it under the wheel. Little wiggle. Yeah, come on. Preferably just a tiny bit further. Okay, I think this should work now. No, not the tractor, the forklift. Now let's carefully drive the forklift off the trailer, without tipping over this time. And there goes one of the ramps again. Yeah, I have a feeling me and these ramps are never going to become friends. Let me move the forklift forward a little so I can place the ramp properly on the trailer. And of course it's upside down again. Come on, work with me here. And now it's stuck between the tractor again. Come on now, be a nice, friendly little ramp. Attempt number 100. Now slowly backwards. Yeah. Easy. Yeah. Easy. Yeah! Success! Well, me and these ramps will probably never become friends. But somehow, we actually managed to make it work. Thanks for cooperating for once. For now, I'm putting you away in the shed, and hopefully, I won't need you again anytime soon. Alright, these can stay nicely over here. There we go, that's the first one. Now, let's quickly grab the second one as well. Perfect. Those are nicely out of the way now. Let's load those pallets finally onto the trailer. And I've been thinking about it. Let's just sell them right away. I'm really curious how much money they're going to make us. Alright, now how does this work exactly? Does the forklift even fit underneath the pallet like this? Or do I need to lift the pallet from the side instead? No way! It actually works! Alright, now carefully onto the trailer, without tipping everything over. Little bit higher. Little bit higher. And hoppa, that one's on there. Now, let's grab the second one, and then we'll see where we can sell these. Straight in front of it. And up we go, carefully backwards. And let's place this one on there like this. Finally. It took a lot more effort than it probably should have, but the pallets are finally on the trailer. Let's park the forklift over here. That way it's out of the way and ready for next time. Nice. Let's strap the pallets down and see where we can get the best price for them. Let's see, firewood. Where are you? Hello? Oh, there it is, firewood. Definitely not the best time of year to sell it, but honestly, we need the money. Looks like the farmer's market it is. Let's tag the location on the map, and I'll see you guys over there. All right, market farmers, I hope you've got a lot of money in your pocket, because I've got 2 beautiful pallets of firewood for you. Wow, 9,288 euros? That's incredible. We can buy a lot of nice things with that kind of money. I'm gonna think about that carefully on the way back home. And we're back again. Home sweet home. I'm going to clean up the trees I cut down earlier and throw them into the firewood plant. After that, we'll take a look at what else we can do around the farm. Alright, after a lot more cutting, carrying, stacking, and slowly destroying my back, the firewood plant is completely full again. Seriously, this thing is packed all the way to the top. And honestly, seeing it constantly running and producing pallets actually feels really satisfying. A few episodes ago, we arrived here with basically nothing, and now we've got a real little production line going. It may not look like much yet, but slowly, this farm is starting to make actual money. The only problem is, with more production also comes more mess. There are logs everywhere, tools laying around, random equipment parked in places where it probably shouldn't be, and honestly, I think I need to start making smarter decisions with the little money we have. So, I've been thinking, that old lawnmower we found, as fun as it was pretending to be a professional landscaper for half an hour, I don't really think we need it right now. And the shovel? Yeah, after fighting with grass physics for an entire afternoon, I think I've had enough shovel gameplay for a while. So I'm going to sell both of them at the store and try to recover a little bit of money. Now the wheelbarrow, that's a different story. I actually did try to load it onto the trailer, and believe me, it went about as well as you'd expect. First, it tipped over. Then it got stuck against the trailer. Then somehow the wheel clipped into the side of the ramp. And after fighting with it for way longer than I want to admit, I kind of reached the point where I was just done with it. Honestly, after the forklift disaster from earlier, I simply didn't have the mental strength left for another loading operation. So, instead of spending another hour trying to transport a wheelbarrow like it's heavy industrial machinery, I'm just going to sell it through the menu. Sometimes you have to work smarter, not harder. And besides, we finally have a little bit of money now. Not rich money, definitely not buy a huge tractor money, but enough to slowly start replacing some of the junk around this farm with better equipment. I'm also starting to realize that time is becoming more important now. At the beginning of this adventure, we had no money, so doing everything manually made sense. But now, every minute spent fighting a wheelbarrow is a minute not making money. And if we really want to reach that 100,000 euro goal someday, we're going to need better systems, better tools, and probably a lot fewer ramps. Still, I have to admit something. Even with all the chaos, all the struggling, and all the weird physics moments, I'm actually starting to enjoy life here in Zielonka. There's something satisfying about slowly building everything up from nothing. One tree at a time, one pallet at a time, one very questionable financial decision at a time. All right, 168 euros back into the bank. Not exactly life-changing money, but hey, every euro helps. I want to head over to the store and sell the lawnmower and the shovel as well. And last time I was there, I noticed they had a really nice riding mower sitting inside. So who knows, maybe we'll upgrade a little. I'm bringing the ramps with me just to be safe. Alright, let's load everything onto the trailer. The ramps, the lawnmower, and the shovel. Actually, it's kind of a waste to leave all that grass on the shovel. Let me empty it first, now that I finally understand how this thing works. Hopefully for the last time though, because me and this shovel do not have a good relationship. Alright, that's empty, and hopefully that's the last time I ever have to use a shovel. Honestly, after everything that happened today, this trailer is starting to feel more like a moving company than a farming setup. Alright, everything's loaded up. Now let's quickly head to the store and see if they still have that riding mower before someone else buys it. And here we are again. Hopefully Charlie isn't still mad at me for calling him Cheap Charlie last time. parked perfectly in the cell area. All right, off the tractor. Let's see how much the mower and the shovel are worth. 129 euros for the lawnmower? Honestly, not bad for such an old machine. And 23 euros for the shovel. You know what? Maybe Charlie isn't mad at me anymore after all. Those actually seem like pretty fair prices. Now let's head over to the other side, the dangerous side, the store. Let's see if they still have that beautiful riding mower waiting for us. Mower section. Let's see, where are you? Ah, here we go. Mowers. Look at this beauty. This is the one I saw earlier, the Husqvarna TS146XK with the BioClip setup. Now this is an upgrade. Do we want a different seat? Nah, definitely not worth an extra 100 euros. Front bumper? Nope, we're keeping the stock version. Honestly, this already looks more than good enough for us. 3,499 euros. And if I remember correctly, there's also a grass collector available for this mower somewhere. Not in this section, though. I think it's under forage wagons. Ah, here it is. The Husqvarna Double Collector. Wait, you can increase the capacity? Geez, how big can this thing get? Oh wow, 4,000 liters is the maximum. That's another 300 euros, which brings the total to 599. Deal. All right, let me take a look at this beauty. Wow, that orange color looks amazing. This thing looks way more professional than anything else we own right now. All right, let's attach the forage wagon to the back. And now comes the difficult part of this purchase, trying to get it onto the trailer without causing another disaster. All right, ramps in position. Please, please let this go smoothly for once. Honestly, I think the best strategy at this point is just full throttle and hope for the best. Success! Finally! Now hopefully the ramps still fit on the trailer as well. Whoa, easy now. Carefully slide it underneath. All right, that's one. Now the other one. Quickly back on the tractor and strap them down. Grr, they fell off again. I swear, I have a full hate-love relationship with these things. Attempt number 25. All right, slowly underneath this time. Oh wait, maybe there's more room on the other side. Nope, even less. Well then, let's try it here one more time. Come on, work with me here. Grr, stupid thing. You know what? We're doing it sideways on the back of the trailer instead. Fits perfectly underneath the forage wagon. Now just the other one, and then we can finally leave. First, let me turn it around. That stupid flashlight. All right, straps on, and full speed back home. Of course, one of them falls off again. Sorry, sir. I'll get it off the road real quick. All right. Maybe if I place it slightly sideways, the straps will finally hold it. Why aren't the straps working? Oh, I'm sitting on the mower instead of the tractor. All right, now then, Yeah, and I think they're finally both strapped down properly now. I'm going to bring this absolute monster back home. And hopefully, without losing half the equipment on the road this time. I'll see you guys back at the farm. We actually made it. And somehow, everything is still on the trailer. Honestly, after today's adventures with ramps, forklifts, straps, and physics, I genuinely didn't think we'd make it home without losing something. I'm just going to send the mower full speed off the trailer and hope for the best. I honestly do not have the energy left to deal with those ramps anymore. I'm going to throw those things somewhere in the shed and hope I won't need them again for at least a year. All right, those are finally cleaned up. Now the mower. Hopefully I can get it off the trailer without using the ramps. Yeah, that actually worked. What a relief. I'm going to test the new mower right away. I'll see you guys again in a bit.
Sun comes up on the line, boots hit dirt, same shine. Thermostat fence rolls long, grease on hands, work all dawn. Tractor waits with a low hum, fields look wide where I'm from. Every mile, every road, that's the way I've always known. Take it slow, take it steady, hands to the wheel, I'm ready. Dust in the air, gold on the green, living the dream. In between, field by field we go. Slow turn, steady glow. Hard work, soft wind, that's where the good days live. Made the ground feel right, seeds in a straight little line, faith and sweat every time.
Okay, the Husqvarna double collector is completely full. Now the question is, what do we actually do with all this grass? Do we dump it somewhere? Sell it? Keep it for later? Honestly, I bought the mower before thinking that part through. I did hear something about a fermenting silo. Let's take a look in the construction section and see if we can turn all this grass into something more valuable. Factories. Let's see. Nope, 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 not here. Oh, wait, it's under silos. All right, scrolling down. It's about 3,000 euros. No, further down. Nope, further. Why can't I find this thing? Oh, here it is, 3,500 euros. Let's see what this thing actually looks like. Now, the question is, do we go for the small 3,500 euros or the small 5,000 euros version? Nah, I honestly don't like that conveyor belt on the big one. We're going with the small one. 3,500 euros it is. Now, where do we want to place it? Next to the shed actually looks pretty nice. Just move it a tiny little bit. There you go. Nice. Honestly, that actually fits surprisingly well next to the shed. All right, while we're here, I want to make the area around the new silo look a little nicer. because right now it still looks like someone randomly dropped a giant in the middle of the yard. So I'm adding some gravel around the edges, cleaning up the terrain a bit, and putting down some grass so it blends in better with the rest of the farm. Honestly, this already makes a huge difference. A few small details and suddenly the whole place feels way more realistic. Little bit of gravel over here. Smooth this corner out a bit. Some grass around the outside. Yeah, that actually looks really clean now. Slowly but surely, this farm is starting to look less abandoned and more like a proper working operation. All right, let's take a closer look at this thing. Grass/silage. Yep, that's the one we want to activate. All right, let's put the first load in. I think I saw the dump point around the back somewhere. Yep, here it is. All right, press I, and there it goes, 3,500 liters straight into the silo. Now, hopefully, by the time it turns into silage, it'll be worth an absolute fortune. All right, I think this is the perfect place to end today's episode. What started as a simple firewood operation is slowly turning into something much bigger. Today, we sold our first firewood pallets, somehow survived another battle with the ramps, bought a brand new riding mower, upgraded the farm even more, and now we've officially started producing silage as well. Honestly, a few episodes ago, we were broke, living tree to tree just trying to survive. And now, we're slowly building real businesses here in Zielonka. The farm is still far from finished, but for the first time, it actually feels like we're moving forward instead of barely surviving. Thank you all so much for watching episode 3 of No Plan 100K Goal. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what we should invest in next. And until next time, take care.